Most first-time buyers in New York City, they make the same mistake. They only focus on the apartment when they should be focusing on the other things. Those are the neighborhood and building comps. That ultimately determines the resale value, the liquidity when you go to sell, and ultimately where you're going to enjoy living. So instead of only asking what's the nicest apartment available, you should also be asking yourself, what is the smartest position I should be entering at? What neighborhood should I be considering? All right, so let's start what I think is the #1 neighborhood right now for value, and that is the Upper East Side. And the reason is because the price points are 1.5 million, the median sales price, and also the median price per square foot is about $1,300 a foot. That is a meaningful discount compared to other Manhattan neighborhoods. So what you're getting in the Upper East Side, you have more inventory, which means better negotiability. You have a strong co-op market, which means that they're going to hold their value pretty well. And yes, that translates to ultimately holding better for resale for when you go to resell again one day. So you got to look forward into the future. And especially if you look east of Lexington. If you look east of Lexington, they're going to have a better bang for your buck. The prices are going to be even better. There are some solid buildings over there, and you're quite frankly going to enjoy that side of the Upper East. But if you're thinking strategically, this is one of the safest entries into Manhattan real estate. So if the Upper East has value, the Upper West Side has balance. Over there, price is a little bit more though. On average, it's 1.6 million for an apartment and about $1,600 a foot. Definitely a little bit more pricey over there. So yes, you are paying more, but here's what you get. First of all, your proximity to Central Park and Riverside Park. You're sandwiched into both two iconic parks, which is a great amenity style for living, very neighborhood feel. The second thing that you're getting is strong end user demand. Demand there is actually more than is in the Upper East Side. You've got more demand, which means less inventory, which translates into those higher prices. But that's a good thing when you're going to resell one day. And thirdly, it is that character and architecture that you have that is abundant in the Upper West Side. It is very much a classic New York neighborhood-like feel, tree-lined streets, beautiful architecture, beautiful buildings, the brownstones to the big, large buildings that were built pre-war. Awesome details over there. One of my favorite neighborhoods. Now, I sell a lot of properties in the Upper West. In fact, I do sell a lot of properties everywhere in Manhattan, but the Upper West Side, I will say one thing, that the people that end up buying there, they rarely ever move from the Upper West Side. Rarely. Just because they end up buying bigger, buying smaller, it's hard for them to move outside the neighborhood. In fact, the times that they do, most of those clients are doing so because of a certain school or whatever it is in the Upper East Side that their kids going to, and that's why they end up moving. Because most of the time, it's not for a lifestyle change. They really do enjoy the Upper West Side. If you are living currently in West Village, I have a lot of clients that move up to the Upper West because they want more space, better bang for your buck. They're looking for a place that they can grow into with their families and looking for schools up there. So I get a lot of that because it has a lot of similar vibes. All right, so let's talk about the wild card. That is Midtown East. The average price there is $785,000 and $1,100 a foot. On paper, this looks like the best deal. And for some buyers, it is. 3 things you can look forward to in Midtown East is lower entry point, larger apartments, and more options. But in the Midtown East, you are dealing with investor-heavy buildings, a lot of them there. You're also dealing with a lot of supply in certain areas. And lastly, you're really losing that neighborhood charm feel that you do not get there like you do in the Upper East and the Upper West Side. So here's the strategy in Midtown East. It's pretty simple. You have to be selective. Buy in a good building, buy a good layout, and buy below market. If you can do that, you're going to do very well. Hey, if you want a breakdown of actually which buildings, which areas I would target in these specific neighborhoods, I'm going to put a link below to a neighborhood guide that you can download, and you can go through all these tips. And I'll also put a link for you to meet with me directly. If you're really looking to make a move in New York City, we'll book a one-on-one meeting together, and I'll give you the confidence you're looking for. So here's a way to simplify it. The best entry is going to be the Upper East Side. The best overall value is the Upper West. And the lowest price point is going to be Midtown East. Although, remember, it'd be very selective in that neighborhood. But here's the real key. Your first apartment you buy in New York City is not your last, so don't overemphasize it. The 3 things you should focus on is getting into the market, get something with good resale value, and give yourself some flexibility. If you're thinking about buying into Manhattan, reach out to me directly. I will guide you to the neighborhoods that's going to be an awesome fit for your lifestyle. More importantly, I'll also direct you to the places and the buildings that you should avoid.